Hi ladies, this is Jamie. Thanks for watching. You have reached She's Everyday. This video is about silence. Is this guy punishing you with silence? Let's say you were in a relationship and you've gotten into it. You've gotten into a fight and he just goes silent on you. Or you've broken up and he's really in the wrong, or he did something that made you break up with him, or he broke up with you regardless, but he is just going absolutely silent on you. And you're wondering why. Maybe you're feeling like you haven't done anything to deserve this, and you want to know why he is treating you this way. Hopefully this video will give you some answers. Stick with me till the end because I will tell you how to win the silent game if that's what he's playing. Okay, so there are 4 main reasons that this guy may be going silent on you. The first one is he just doesn't care. He really could care less. Maybe you weren't together for that long. You weren't exclusive. You weren't committed. It's just not, he's not feeling the vibe. He doesn't feel chemistry or connection. And instead of just manning up and saying, hey, I just don't feel like there's much here, I don't feel the same way you do, or this isn't what I want, he takes the coward's way out and he just ghosts you and he's just going to stay silent. You know what? You don't want that guy. He's a child. He's a fool. He's a boy. He doesn't have enough guts to just really be honest. The second reason he might be in silent mode is because he knows that whatever you guys got into it over, whatever transpired, you were right and he was wrong. And if he talks to you, he's going to have to admit that he was wrong. And so he's probably mulling it over in his head. How is he going to get out of this? What can he possibly say? Can he gaslight you? Can he be passive aggressive? Can he do something to where he doesn't look like the bad guy? And so far he's got nothing because it's really on him. And he knows that if he talks to you, you're going to be very rational, you're going to be calm, you're going to point out his mistake and his flaws, and there's not going to be any way out of it. And he doesn't want to look like the fool, so he's just staying quiet for now. He will probably contact you later, so he's hoping that you will just let it go after a while. The third reason why he might be silent is because maybe you have talked this situation to death. You've talked in like a circular pattern. You've got this toxic dance going on where you talk about it and he talks about it. You both express your opinions, but you can't come to a compromise or some common ground, and you just keep going over it and over it, over it, and he just needs a break. He just needs to say, I just can't talk about this anymore. I want to back out of this relationship because he's just tired of it. So ladies, in that situation, I would tell you to figure out what the problem is. Maybe tell him one time, here's the problem, here's what I need to see, here's what I'm willing to give, this is the compromise I'm willing to make, are you willing to do that? If he says no, then you have to decide, do you want to stay with him or not? If it's a hill you're willing to die on, then you say, okay, that's a no deal for me, I'm going to back out of the relationship, good luck in life, it was nice knowing you, something like that, and just end it, because there's no sense in going around and round about it. Or if you decide, this isn't that big of an issue, this is one I'm going to have to give in on, then give in and be happy and call him and apologize and say, you know what, this isn't that big of an issue with me, I'm going to give in on this one. And live to fight another day, win the next battle and let him have that one. I don't know, but maybe he's just sick of the talking because it's getting you guys nowhere. The fourth reason, and probably the most common, the reason he is using silence on you if you have been in a relationship, is you've gotten into some kind of an argument and you have just said, okay, I'm done. Or he said, I don't want to deal with this. And he is hoping that if he stays silent enough, he's hoping that the silence will get to you. It will drive you crazy and you will reach out to him. This is a very stubborn pose that he is portraying. Maybe he knows he's wrong, but he doesn't want to admit it. He doesn't want to talk about it, and he wants you to give in first. He also is betting on the fact that you are more invested in this relationship than he is. Maybe he knows you are more anxious than he is, and he is just hoping that your anxiety and your need to control, or your need to know, or your need for closure, or your need to reconcile will get the better of you, and you will come to him. You will open up the lines of communication. You will beg, you will cry, you will plead, you will give in, or you can have another conversation, but he is hoping that he can just wait you out. He is using your emotions and manipulating them in a way to force your hand. So how do you win? How do you win this silent game? Well, first off, ladies, if you were wrong, if you blew a situation out of proportion, if you have a tendency to go overly crazy about something and you know that, and you've asked a few friends and said, hey, was I off base with this? And they're like, yeah, you kind of went a little nuts. Then you contact him. Sincerely apologize and say, I am so sorry. I was wrong. I've spoken with a few other people and I was over the top with this. I apologize. Can we work this out? But if you were justified in whatever's happened that has caused this rift, it's caused this silence, and you really feel like you were justified in it, you've thought about it, you've prayed about it, you're like, you know what? I'm right about this situation. Then here's the advice I'm going to tell you. You stay silent. You can beat him at this game. You need to go into no contact. Don't call him, don't text him, don't talk to his friends. Don't put crazy posts or sad posts on social media. Don't drive by where he works or show up somewhere he's going to be. Don't email him, snap him, nothing. No contact at all. You just stay silent. Your silence will eventually get to him, even if he's a very stubborn man. It usually takes a little longer. But over time, your silence speaks volumes. It speaks more than your words could ever say. Your silence speaks louder than his silence at some point. You just have to stay strong and tough enough. And I have an e-course on my website, sheseveryday.com. I will link it in the description below. You can get one of my e-courses that will greatly help you in how to do this, how to navigate no contact, how to transform yourself into a high-value woman during no contact, what to say when he reaches out to you during no contact. There's a final reach out you can send to him if this is a breakup situation. What to post on your social media during this time that gives you the upper hand, gives you a little bit more confidence. It helps you to quell your anxiety. It's a website and an e-course just packed full of information for you. So get on that website and get one of those e-courses. I guarantee it will help you out in this situation. Overall, ladies, high-value women do not let themselves get triggered. They do not let a man get the upper hand and push them into acting a way that they don't want to act, especially if they feel like they were in the right position or the righteous position in whatever situation is happening. They know that their silence is very powerful and they are not going to reach out to this man. It is his initiative to reach out. He is a man, not a boy, and he can come back to the relationship and express himself in a mature, professional, manly way. But you do not have to do that. And the longer you can hold out, the more that silence starts to work against him. See, he's using silence to punish you in this moment. When you don't react, then your silence begins to turn the tables and he starts to feel the pressure and the anxiety. He will probably reach out to you. Those women that have taken my e-course or have gotten coaching with me, which, by the way, you can do, get on the website, you can contact me for coaching. And in those situations, 95% of the time, the man comes back around if you handle this time period well. Ladies, I want to see you win in every situation. Hit the like, hit the follow, hit the subscribe button. It greatly helps me out. And God bless you guys. I will see you in the next video.